I'm so happy that you were delighted with the gown, Lady DePorgy. No, it was completely my pleasure to work for you. You will have it arranged to be transported to your residence so that it will be prepared for the ball. Thank you for stopping by, my lady. Oh, it's you. Hello again. I mean, greetings, your esteemed... Oh, you don't mind keeping our interactions casual? Thank the gods. I was about to completely mess up all of that formal jargon right then. I could just feel it. Anyway, my ramblings aside, I'm assuming that you're here to try on the rough garment. That way, we can go ahead and see if everything is properly fitted. If anything's off, then I can pin it, and later readjust it to perfection. Anything less than that wouldn't be handcrafted by me, after all. You can follow me to the back room. The rough garment is on one of my dress forms so you can see it properly. Word of warning that the piece might look a bit rough right now, hence why it's called a rough garment. My main purpose is trying to get the sizing right and the style to your tastes. I used the fabric you requested in your last visit, made sure to completely avoid all of the elements you hate, and added that little request you had to incorporate the symbol of your house in the garment. I think it's all coming together quite well, though I'm completely biased because it is my own work. So you can look it over and see if I'm hitting the mark or missing it entirely. And don't worry about hurting my feelings or anything. I'm a big girl, and I can take it. No tears at all, I swear. You like it? I'm glad. Your commission has had me the most inspired lately. Glad to see it makes you equally as happy. Though, it's your clothes at the end of all this, so I hope you're the one who's the most happy. Would you care to try it on now? Great. So, we can do this in whichever way makes you the most comfortable. You can simply remove some of your layers and wear the piece on top to reserve your modesty. Fair warning that the final piece may not be as perfect as it could be, but you wouldn't have to deal with undressing. The alternative is you completely undressing to try on the garment. I would step out of the room for you so you wouldn't have to worry about an invasion of privacy, but I know that it can still be too improper for some people to consider doing. Ultimately, it's up to you and whatever you feel comfortable with. I can accommodate whatever you desire, so don't worry about bothering me. You deserve to feel comfortable at all times, and I pride myself on catering to your comfort. Except for when I have to pin certain areas. I cannot promise your comfort on that front, unfortunately. Oh, you wish to do the latter? That's fine by me. Might as well make sure the garment fits perfectly if you're paying this much coin for it, right? I'll be right outside the room. Let me know when you're ready for me to come back in. All right? Are you all done? Perfect. Then we can keep the process moving. Here, you stand right here in front of the mirror. That way you can see how the garment fits you. Another perspective always helps when handling these serious matters. Luckily, nothing looks too egregious in regards to the fitting. Though we could possibly take in the waist more if you wanted. Or fix the height if you think it'll cause issues when you're walking in it. Wouldn't want to have an accident in front of the most prestigious people in the nation. Yourself included, of course. Oh, of course. I can take in the waist a bit more. Do you mind if I try to pin it now? Alright, Thank you. So, you look in the mirror while I do this. About how much do you want me to take in? I'll approximate it for now by pinching the fabric with my fingers since both sides need to be the same. You don't want to overdo it and make the piece too tight. Tell me, is this too much? It is? Alright, I'll move it out a bit more. How's this? Better? Is better what you're happy with, or do you want it a little looser? A little more? No problem. Let's try this. Comfortable? Great. Now, keep still while I pin this section together so I know how far to take the waist in. I don't want to accidentally poke you or something. Oh yeah, I've stuck a pin in someone before. My earliest case was actually my brother. When I was younger, I would force him to be my mannequin, and I missed my intended targets often. Needless to say, he wasn't happy about it at all. One of the first things he bought for me was that dress form over there just so he wouldn't have to go through the pain. Though, now that I'm older, I don't stab all of my patrons. Just ones that don't listen. You're fine as long as you stay still. Some people just cannot stay still, and the only people who get my sympathy for that are children. Standing around for some random lady to pin up your restrictive clothing that you don't even care about all that much cannot be fun for kids. I know I would have been a nightmare as a child if my mother insisted on me getting a tailored dress for some reason. Though, that never would have happened anyway. Peasant life. Alright, all finished. Do you like the way it looks now? More fitted, right? Glad you like it. Aside from that, do you have any complaints or any adjustments you want me to make? Adjustments is in reference to anything, such as last-minute details you want incorporated, anything removed, or just anything you want me to change for comfort purposes. Now is the time to tell me before I finalize everything. You're sure you're happy with everything? Sorry for asking so many times, but I've learned over the years to really make sure my patrons understand that this is the final visit they can change things. Some people don't pay attention. Then they get all mad when they come to see the final piece, and it doesn't look exactly the way they wanted it to. I have to tell them that at that point, there's nothing I can do about it. I have other clothes to make. Not that I think you're small-minded or anything. I just do that for everyone now. It's a habit, I guess. Please excuse the rant. Horrible habit. Now, you're pleased with everything? I'm very glad. That should wrap up things for now. If you'd like, you can remove it now and change into the attire you came in with. I'll take a step out of the room again so you can have your privacy. Just be careful with the pins. Don't poke yourself or something. And when you're done, you can leave the clothing on the table. I'll put it back up in the dress form myself when I come back in. There's no need for you to fret about that. I could have sworn I put all of this fabric away. Oh yeah, last minute modification to the gown. Ooh. Well, I guess I have some cleaning up to do in a bit. All done now? Wonderful. Let me put this back up so it doesn't get ruined. That would be a nightmare considering how expensive this fabric is. Yipes. Oh, you can leave now if you wish. You don't have to stay here and watch silly little me fumbling around. Of course you can ask me something. What is it? Did I hear you correctly? Are you okay? Did you get poisoned or something at breakfast because you're speaking nonsense? Why would you want to bring me to the ball. It's quite literally one of the most prestigious events in Stelios. Shouldn't you take a noble or someone like that? I eat bread and a piece of fruit for breakfast most days. The days I switch it up are when I eat air. I don't think I'm the type of individual that even belongs there in the first place. Of course, it would be an honor to show off my design to the noble houses in person, but I don't know. I feel I just make a mess of things for myself and you. What if I do something stupid? Then others would remember you as the dumb noble that brought along the silly peasant girl playing dress-up. Don't get me wrong. I really appreciate the gesture. I'm just not sure if it's right for me to take it. But if you're serious about this, I'll give it some thought and give you an answer next time you come by to get your garment. Does that sound fair? All right. I hope the rest of your day is wonderful. Until next time.